TNT tropang 5G at Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. This is game 4. Before the game started, 2-1 ng serye. So very important game to para sa tropa na ipanalo nila. Kasi kung matalo sila dito, down 3 games to 1 na sila. Pero if they win, they have the momentum at series tied at 2-2. And kung kagagaling ka nga sa panalo, di ba, you have the momentum and have the chance to be up 3 games to 2 against Barangay Ginebra. And sa game na to, may mga ginawang adjustments ang TNT na parang napansin ko na rin naman last game, pero this game talagang naging malaking factor and talagang naging malaking reason sa kanilang pagkapanalo this game. And it's going to be their defense against Barangay Ginebra. Sa game na to, they limited Barangay Ginebra to only 15 points on third quarter, pero overall, they limited Ginebra to only 98 points. Na-limit na rin naman nila to 94 ng game 2. Yun din yung game na panalo sila. It's always their defense na laging nagsa-step up ang TNT tropang 5G. Pero this game, ang adjustment na ginawa nila, naglagay sila ng bigger player kontra kay RJ Abarrientos. And they limited RJ to only 21, which is crazy to say kasi 8 out of 14, 21 points pa rin naman. Pero I think ang talagang na-limit nila kay RJ, 14 attempts lang. Dapat mas marami to eh. Kumbaga ang natanggal nila opportunities, and nangyari yon kasi they put a bigger defender like Brandon Ganuelas Roser, Calvin Oftana, minsan si Roger Pogoy napapadpad kay RJ. Merong times na mas pinrioritize ng TNT yung offense sila nung magkasabay sa loob ng court sila Heading, sila Castro. May mga times na tumao rin naman si Heading and Castro kay RJ, and yun yung mga panahon or yung times kung saan si RJ nakashoot ng back-to-back threes. Talagang naging malaking factor yung matchup na Oftana and BGR kay RJ Abarrientos sa game na to. Kasi it allowed TNT to be more versatile defensively, and it allowed TNT to put Roger Pogoy on Justin Brownlee na pag-uusapan din natin later. Very brief lang naman. So itong video na to, this is going to be part 1. Sa buckets ko to i-upload. This is TNT side. Ito yung adjustments ng TNT. And then later on, or maybe tomorrow morning din, I will upload the part 2 sa Barangay Breakdown naman. Kumbaga, legit nakadugtong nito. Ano yung mga nakita ko na ginawa ng Ginebra na pwede nilang i-capitalize or pwede nilang mas i-develop pa as an adjustment kontra sa tactic na to ng TNT. So, simulan na natin. Pag-usapan na natin yung ginawa ng TNT, ang adjustment nila kontra RJ Abarrientos. Kung makikita natin dito, okay, ang matchup kay RJ Abarrientos ay si BGR. Si RJ, 5'11". Okay, si BGR, 6'7". So, kumbaga, dun pa lang, ang laki na ng advantage in terms of reach, height, size, etc. And si RJ naman kasi, very talented shot maker, very talented shooter and scorer. Pero RJ is not known, 'di ba, na maging mabilis, na maging quick. RJ is a shifty player, yes. Pero I think RJ kasi is more of a grounded player. He is more of a player na nagmamanipulate ng speed niya from fast to slow to medium. Yung kumbaga yung pace of play. He's a pace-oriented player instead of a player like Adrian Nocum, ganun, or prime Jason Castro na talagang mabilis. And may iwan yung mga malalaking defender. So, in the case of RJ, especially yung shooting niya na sobrang grabe this conference, putting a bigger defender makes sense. Kasi hindi rin naman si RJ yung tipo ng player na talagang every possession bo-blow by niya si BGR. He's not very quick. He's very crafty. Kaya niyang laruin. Pero hindi yun yung natural game ng Ginebra na pag-a-ISO nila si RJ for 48 minutes. And putting a bigger defender on RJ Abarrientos na kumbaga mas cover mo yung jump shot niya. Mas mako-contest mo yung 3-pointers niya. Especially sa pick and roll kapag nagkaroon ng switch. Na makikita natin dito, RJ, okay, magkakaroon ng opportunity for a pick and roll with Japet Aguilar. So now, tignan natin yung mga tao na involved. On RJ, BGR. Kay Japet, C-Mac. So ang gagawin rito ng TNT, they're going to aggressively switch this ball screen. So ngayon, magpapakita si C-Mac kay RJ, not giving him any space. Yes, merong space kasi hand down. Pero having C-Mac, which is 6'9", 6'9" NBA wing, 'di ba, kay RJ na sumasalubong sa kanya, mas malaking bagay yon for RJ na mas may isip niya and mas malaking factor yon to bother him na misisimak yung nagko-contest compared to other guys like maybe Agalinato or kumbaga kung yung naghahabol kay RJ is a Jordan Heading tapos nakadrop yung TNT. Mas mahirap talaga to for RJ. Kung makikita ulit natin dito, RJ another pick and roll with Japet. Brush screen lang naman siya pero again sinalubong ni Simak aggressively si RJ. So, wala talagang space for RJ to really shoot over and create. So, nag-resort na lang si RJ into passing out. Binigay niya kay Brownlee against Pugoy. Pag-uusapan natin ulit yan later. Pero again, makikita ulit natin dito. It's Oftana's time naman on RJ Abarientos on second half. Si Oftana, okay, again, RJ is 5'11", Oftana is 6'5". Again, not as big as BGR, pero mas mobile ngayon si Calvin Oftana kasi he's a naturally wing. A 3 guard, or not 3 guard, a 2 guard, sometimes a 3, a small forward. Makikita natin dito, pagdating ng ball screen ni Japet Aguilar, si Galinato, yes, hindi niya kaya si RJ one-on-one. So, ang ginagawa dito ng TNT, dinedelay nila. Sinoshow nila dito si Henry para lang ma-delay yung ball screen and give Calvin Oftana time to recover to RJ. So, yun, nag-ISO si RJ, step back 3, again, the length of Calvin Oftana bothered RJ Abarientos, forced him to miss that shot. In terms of matchups, okay, BGR or Oftana kay RJ. Susunod, RR Pugoy kay Justin Brownlee. So this is a perceived mismatch. Hindi naman perceived mismatch. It is a mismatch. In terms of, Brownlee being 6'6" or 6'7" with long wingspan rather, and RR Pugoy being 6'3". Yes, Pugoy is a very good defender, pero this is an opportunity for Ginebra to capitalize on. So, ang gagawin nila, atakihin nila si Roger Pugoy, giving Justin Brownlee all the reins, di ba, para mag-create at gawin kung anong trip niya. Eh, makikita natin dito, yes, medyo may contest sa likod si Oftana, pero TNT, hinayaan nila si JB. Hinayaan nila si JB na gawin niya kung anong gusto niya. Hindi naman hinayaan. They played him straight up. Kumbaga, minimal help lang. Hindi naman completely wala. Pero hindi sila sobrang nag-overreact. Hindi sila sobrang aggressively nagpapadala ng double team kay JB. Kaya ngayon, RJ having a bigger defender on him, kapag naka-off ball si RJ, medyo non-factor din si RJ unless 'di ba setan ng Ginebra ng off-ball plays or ng ibang paraan to get RJ involved, simulate, downhill actions na pag-uusapan natin sa part 2 na to sa Barangay Breakdown. Pero today, or this video, pag-usapan natin ulit yung RR Pugoy matchup kay Justin Brownlee. Dito, triangle, di ba? Yan, sideline triangle yan. Pagkabigay kay JB, usually, the classic triangle will have RJ down screen kay Troy Rosario, Stephen Holt lipat sa kabilang corner. Pero this is a modern triangle eh. Magkakaroon yan parang brush screen from Ku or flare screen. Lalayo si RJ from the action to make him more, a threat. Kasi pag nagpadala ng double ng TNT from the top, di ba? Magiging 2 versus 1 yan eh. Malilibre isa sa mga yan. Pero hindi yun yung mangyayari. Walang help na darating. Di ba? Ang tagal nang na kay Brownlee sa poste, pero walang help na dumarating. So Brownlee, di ba? Pumoste, pumosisyon sa spot niya, foul counted. Walang help na dumating. Pero this is what TNT wanted. Kasi namatay yung action ng Ginebra. Na-check nila si RJ, putting a bigger defender on him. They defended Brownlee straight up, therefore nawala yung laro ng ibang players. Kung makikita natin dito, Scottie Thompson struggled, foul trouble. Stephen Holt again absent na naman kasi sabi niya kota na daw siya eh. Si Ralph Ku had opportunities pero failed to make it or make those shots na nabigay sa kanya. And for TNT naman, Jordan Heading offensively talaga siya nagdala sa TNT this game, and also Jason Castro started, played a really great game. Chris Macolos started rough pero na-pick up naman niya yung performance niya. Pero I'd say it was their defense na talagang naging game changer sa game na to. Genius adjustment from TNT. And again, gusto ko na mention ulit, nakailang sabi na ako, the part 2 is going to be up sa Barangay Breakdown. Right now, it's 3 a.m. I-edit ko pa to, so baka bukas ko na gawin yon, pero naka-ready na rin yung clips. I-record na lang. Baka mga hapon ko na ma-upload yon. Pero this is a great win from TNT. Maganda na tuto ang serye kasi this series, deserves a 7-game series. Hindi naman sa sinasabi ko na dapat maging scripted hanggang 7 games. 2 teams na talagang kontrapelo, 2 coaches na kabisado ang isa't isa. 2 teams na malalim ang bench, maraming players na kayang pumutok kayang mga role players na kayang mag-step up. Very great series at no wonder, 'di ba? Tinatao tong serye na to in person.